Hello, and welcome to the Understanding Your Industry, a complimentary business training course from the Management Training School. Learning objectives. By the end of this unit, you will recognize the most important industry factors to understand and understand industry forces and be able to counter them with appropriate tactics. Developing an understanding. To learn about your industry, first identify what industry classification your business best fits into. Then, utilize NAICS information. Review published reports and gather free information. The first step is to identify what industry your company operates in. While this seems simple on the surface, it can get complicated if your company spans across several industries. Once you have pinpointed one or two industries that your business fits into, you should find the NAICS North American Industry Classification System number. This can be easily found via the web or a NAIC codebook that is published annually. Knowing this number will make the rest of your research faster and easier. There are many published industry reports that cost a lot of money to purchase. These reports are in-depth and contain valuable information. For many small businesses, paying several thousands of dollars for an industry report doesn't fit into the budget. For those companies, there are alternatives. Many colleges and universities have access to these industry reports. Small businesses should attempt to make contacts at local colleges and universities as they offer cost-effective assistance in exchange for the real-world practice it provides students. By establishing relationships with colleges and universities, your company may be able to utilize some of the campus's resources, including these costly industry reports. For those companies with limited budgets and without access to local schools, there are also alternatives as well. There is a great deal of information available for free on the internet. These include articles, industry summaries, and reports compiled by independent parties, or even your competition. For example, some of your larger public competitors provide a good deal of information about the industry and the market conditions in their quarterly and/or annual account filings. While it will take a bit more time to research through this information, the reward can be great and there's no cost involved, apart from the time it takes to read through the filings. Michael Porter has identified 5 forces that are widely used to assess the structure of any industry. Together, the strength of the 5 forces determines the profit potential in an industry by influencing the prices, costs, and required investments of businesses, the elements of return on investments. Stronger forces are associated with a more challenging business environment. To identify the important structural features of your industry via the 5 forces, you conduct an industry analysis that answers the question, what are the key factors for competitive success? Porter's 5 forces are the bargaining power of suppliers, the bargaining power of your buyers, the threat of new entrants, the threat of substitutes, and rivalry among competitors. There are several factors an entrepreneur should look for when researching his or her industry. First off, the overall size of the industry is important. This is usually expressed in financial terms. That would be the number of participants and the total sales. A breakdown of the competition is also a critical feature. Is your industry dominated by one or two main players? What percentage of the market is compiled of smaller businesses? This can give you a sense of how much market share is available for the taking and how much of the market is controlled by larger companies. This is better known as dominant players and fragmentation. Consumer trends are also an important factor to research. Who are the main consumers of products in your industry? Are there any trends that you should be aware of? Is the industry growing, holding steadfast, or declining? These are all known as demographics and even psychographics. Remember, many of these questions are already answered. You just have to find the reports that contain the answers. Benchmarking is one method through which you can establish your position in an industry and learn from competitors to achieve greater success in all aspects of your business. Benchmarking also supports executive decision-making, especially in the areas of capital allocation and customer service. Two key factors for competitive advantage in most business sectors. The results of benchmarking initiatives also facilitate decision-making in an incentives program, since compensation levels can be determined based on reaching a specified performance benchmark. Benchmarking should not be confused with competitive analysis, which looks at intelligence data such as facts, figures, and strategic goals in order to hypothesize how to achieve performance improvement. Benchmarking, on the other hand, is more tangible as it examines the processes and best practices that clearly improve performance. A comprehensive benchmarking program is much more than just an after-the-fact comparison of performance over a period of time. A good benchmarking program can be a catalyst for change in an organization and can assist in establishing a strategic direction. Benchmarking is a method of pinpointing industry position. Competitive comparisons for best practice development and improvement, and benchmarking aids in decision-making, especially for salaries and wages. We hope that you have enjoyed this course. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.